First I offer my unlimited obeisances in the dust of the lotus feet of my most worshipful Diksha Gurudev, Nityalila Pravishta Om Vishnupad, Astotra Sat Sri Srimad, Srila Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada, and the same unlimited obeisances in the dust of the lotus feet of my most worshipful Shiksha Gurudev, Nityalila Pravishta Om Vishnupad, Astotra Sat Sri Srimad, Srila Bhakti Vedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj. To all of our Guru Varga, our disciplic succession of self-realized gurus, and to all the assembled devotees. So I'm very happy and honored to see you all tonight, some old friends and some new faces. I'd like to begin by asking Rup Narayan Prabhu, where are you? Can he come out a second? I'd like to ask Rup Narayan Prabhu to tell everybody what he suggested to me as the theme for tonight's discussion.
Basically, Haribol, I was just suggesting that you speak on...
Stand up.
Sure. Sorry. I was Haribol, everyone. I was just suggesting that you speak on how fortunate we are in this age of Kali to have met a high-class Rasik Vaishnav, and who has given us, who has come to save us from this world, and how unfortunate we are in a sense that we are caught up in this material world, especially as New Yorkers. We're always going after money and gratifying our senses, and secondary doing bhajan. That's for me especially.
So the question is, how can we switch from...
How can we be more conscious and switch from the secondary, make that primary, and make the...
And realize our fortune.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Thank you. Isn't that a good topic? Okay. So, there was once a king named King Nirga, and he was very, very charitable. He was extremely wealthy and very charitable. And he used to give millions of cows at a time to different Brahmins with golden hoofs and silver horns and gold embroidered cloths on their backs. Very beautiful white cows. So one day, one of the cows that he gave to one of the brahmanas wandered back into his herd of millions of cows. And in giving the next batch of cows to the next brahmana, accidentally that cow that was previously given to the other brahmana was given to the next brahmana. So the first brahmana came back, and he was quite furious that, oh, you're an Indian giver, you're terrible, I want my cow back. So the king had already given it to another brahmana. So he said, I'll give you a much better cow that gives more milk. He said, no, I want my original cow back. So the king said, I'll give you thousands of cows to replace that one cow. No, I want my original cow back. But the second Brahmin was not willing to part with that cow. And so they told him, you're just an Indian giver. You're just on the mental plane. Now I'll do this, now I'll do that. You're just like a chameleon. You know what a chameleon is? A chameleon is like a lizard, and it's always changing its color. So you're always changing its color. You give to one, you take it away, and you give to somebody else. So that king said, I curse you that you will become a lizard for 60,000 years. Then he had the choice, because he was so charitable, giving out millions of cows a day, so much wealth. He had the choice to enjoy the results of his pious activities first, or to suffer the results of that one little sinful activity. So he chose to suffer the sinful activity first. So he became a lizard for thousands of years. And he was in a well. He happened to be in a well in Dwarka. And he was a very big lizard. So he took up the whole expanse of the well, and he could barely move. So he was suffering like anything. So one day, Krishna's sons, who were now youths, they were playing ball, and they were playing around that well, and the ball fell in the well. So they looked inside the well, and they saw the lizard there. So they ran to their father, Krishna, and said, "Look at that amazing-looking giant creature in the well." So Krishna came over to the well and stuck his foot down and touched the lizard. And the lizard immediately died, and Krishna pulled him out of the well, and from his body came a very beautiful demigod. And that demigod received in his next life the position of any boy in Dwarka. And the reason that he was able to achieve a spiritual destination was because once a brahmana, on the exact right day of the moon, asked him for a copy of Srimad Bhagavatam. So he had his priest copy the Srimad Bhagavatam, and he gave that Bhagavatam on an auspicious day. But he was only able to achieve, with all of that giving and charity, and such a good heart, he was only able to achieve the position of a boy in Dwarka. Then there was another great king named King Indradumna, and he heard that there was a very beautiful deity named Nil Madhav, who had 4 arms and a very beautiful blue complexion. And this king was so powerful and so devotional that when he wasn't able to have the darshan of the Lord,